Hey freeze dryers. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. A month or so ago I had a mixed batch in the Blue Alpine, and about 4 hours before the batch would have been done, the power went out. And it was only out for a few seconds, but it was enough that it did shut down the machine. And I mean, I caught it maybe 30-45 minutes after that had happened. But again, the run wasn't done. It had sit in there. It was still cold. And it was like, what do I do? Do I start it all over again? I said, you know what? I don't have time for this. So I took the trays out. I transferred the food into Mylar bags and I threw it in the freezer. Well, I've got stuff in the freezer on trays getting ready for a run later this week. And I thought today I'd pull those items that went through an incomplete cycle, get them on trays and get them back in the Blue Alpine to see if we can go ahead and pull them the rest of the way down, you know, to freeze-dried quality that we can get a long-term storage out of them. I mean, because I'm sure that they're freeze-dried enough that I could leave them in the freezer and they'd be good to use later on down the road, but I don't want them in my freezer, I want them on my shelves. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some stuff out the freezer. We're going to get them on trays, get them in the Blue Alpine. Right now she's chilling down, getting ready for us. So let's get after that. Okay, so here are the bags of a product that didn't get completely freeze-dried because of the power failure and the machine turning off. And like I said, I just threw them in Mylar, set them in the freezer, and I plan on just putting them back on trays, running them back through, and seeing what we can do about getting them done. Here we have some of my favorite. It's the rotisserie chicken and mushroom rice. There's quite a bit of it there. And make sure we get good surface contact to the trays so that the heat from the heating tray will run it up. This one here looks like chicken and rice soup, and you can definitely tell that it never got completely dry. It's soft in the bag, so when we put it on the dry cycle, we will definitely be putting it in the freeze cycle for 4 or 5 hours. Make sure we get everything back. I mean, it's frozen, but it's not frozen to the point that it's going to give me an efficient dry. So we're going to spread that out a bit. The other thing you might notice here is that this is a little thicker than you see me normally put into the machine. You'd like to keep it around an inch or a ½ inch thick. I believe this is part of the group of items that I had poured into Ziploc bags and laid them flat in the freezer, and then peeled the bags off of them and put them in the trays. So yeah, they've still got a lot of moisture in them, but when we're done with this, they won't. And the last bag here is the bow tie pasta with the pork and tomato sauce. And I sure don't want to lose any of that. So here we go. We're going to salvage what we started out trying to preserve, and we're going to see if we can't make sure that we can get this dry enough, put it in long-term storage, and have it for another day. Machine is set for 14 hours of freeze time. I'm going to drop that down probably to, I don't know, maybe 6 hours of freeze time, and then it'll kick into the dry. When it's all done, we'll come back down here, we'll pull the product out, check it out, and hopefully it'll be good to throw back into Mylar or into jars and put up in the pantry, and so we can have it when we need it. Until see you again, live long and freeze dry. Okay guys, just getting ready to head to bed, but I thought I'd come down and take a look at the freeze dryer after we put those trays in to salvage them from that incomplete batch. And what I'm looking at right now is a screen showing 19 and a half hours to go. The mTORs are down at 599, which is very low, and the tray temps are at 99. So it's basically got to go up another 11 degrees, and I'm just going to let this thing go ahead and run for the rest of the evening. I'll get down here about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and we will open her up, empty it out, and get the stuff checked out to make sure that it did get fully dry and can be safely put into long-term storage. See you in the morning. Good morning, freeze dryers. We are back doing the salvage run from the power outage, and we're up to temperature. mTORs are in the tank, 575. That's as low as I've seen it in a long time, and it's been in there for 13 hours. So let's pause things up, open the drain valve, and we'll take this stuff out and get it checked out. Pasta looks good. Both trays. The chicken and rice. Chicken rice soup. There. Yeah, so when the power went out there where it was almost done, and I took it out and looked at it, there was still cold spots that you could feel in the product, and that's why I bagged it up in the Mylar and put it in the freezer. This stuff has no cold spots whatsoever. So we'll stop this thing, and you know what, I'm not even gonna do the defrost. I'll just let it defrost on its own, and we will get to repackaging this, and then we can put it on the shelf instead of having it put in the freezer. And I know now that it's safe for long-term storage. So the first thing that goes back in the container is the pasta, and we get that back in. This was so good when we first made it, and we've reconstituted pasta before, and it does come out pretty good. I don't know if any of you guys have seen my attempting to do a garden video, but if you haven't, check that one out. Put it up here the other day. And it looks like I am going to be able to get a few tomatoes this year, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the pepper plants. If you can, check out the video, look at those pepper plants, and tell me what the heck is going on. I mean, it looks like almost like something's going in there and nibbling off the tops. But I've tried putting Seven Dust in the garden to get rid of the pests. I've tried we did the marigolds to keep the bugs out. But like I said, if you can take a look at those things, and if you know what's going on, and you'd be I'd be obliged if you'd share your wisdom with me. Really had wanted to make a salsa garden this year, but looks like all we're going to get is maybe a couple zucchini and a few tomatoes. Sadie girl, what are you doing down here? More importantly, what are your sisters doing up there? Huh? You've probably seen, you may have seen glimpses of them in the videos, but I do have three golden retrievers. Sadie's pushing 8 years old now, I think. 7 or 8, probably 8. And Bella's 6 or 7, and Mazakine's, I think Mazakine's pushing 4. Why they have other breeds of dogs, I couldn't tell you. Because when God made the golden retriever, he nailed it. Wasn't no need to move on. This stuff is packaging up quick. I'm glad we didn't have to abandon it, dump it. You never know when life is going to throw you a curveball. Excuse me. So, yeah, we had an issue. Power went out during a run, and we had all of this food in there. And now we have been able to reprocess this thing. And the runtime on the dry was only like 13 hours. So it's not like we wasted a lot of extra, electricity or even effort to get this thing done. But we've salvaged, half a dozen meals or so that would have ended up in the trash because of a power outage while I was doing a run. So, been successful with this now. Feel good about it. I've got a whole bunch of stuff in the freezer, getting ready for its turn in the Blue Alpine. But I've got a few things I've got to take care of around the house over the next few days. And her daughter has asked me to build a toddler tower for one of the great grandkids. Yeah, I said that, great grandkids. And so that'll be a project I'll be getting into here probably towards the end of the week. But there you are. We thought it was lost. We've salvaged it. It's going in long-term storage. Folks, check out the boys at Blue Alpine. There's a link in the description. Please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment. Like I said, if you got any idea what's going on with my pepper plants, I'd appreciate it. And until the next time, leave you with it. Live long and freeze dry.